You're listening to the Business Communicators.
But I think the big story that we should really focus on is Christmas, is this Friday. Santa Claus is going to be traveling around the world in just 4 days, delivering gifts to millions of children and families around the globe. I'm curious y'all's take. How does COVID-19 play into this? How does he wear a mask? What is his protocol? Is he vaccinated? Did he get that Pfizer vaccine? Did he get that Moderna vaccine? What are your takes on that?
I'm guessing yes, all of the above.
No, I'm guessing that he's probably was first in line. You know, I saw a funny article or meme picture from Kansas City saying the order of the vaccines. First one was emergency responders. Number 2 was Patrick Mahomes. I think globally, Santa Claus was number 1. At least that's what we're telling everybody.
Yeah, I'd like to think that even if he and his reindeer are wearing a mask, and I know Rudolph at the front has probably got a big fluorescent red or white, something that's lighting the way.
Absolutely. Rudolph is always guiding the way. Love that. But it's kind of funny when we think about, the holiday season. I think back to when I was a little kid, and I don't know, maybe you guys had similar experiences, but I actually found out the truth about Santa Claus when I was 5 years old. Like 5 years old. That's incredibly early. And kind of how the story went is we were in Las Vegas. I think it was 1993 for a family Christmas. And, this is when some people had camcorders, those big old ones that you could put the VHS tapes in. And I guess on Christmas Eve, we were, celebrating, and my grandmother was filming, just us, kind of getting our Christmas PJs and dinner. And she left the video camera on at night on accident. And a few days later, we're kind of watching the recap because we wanted to see everything that happened. And all of a sudden in the video, we see my great-grandmother with a bag of gifts, dropping them in stockings. And I was so confused. I was like, that's not Santa Claus. Nana isn't Santa Claus. And I made a comment. I was like, so why is Nana pretending to be Santa Claus? And someone said, well, your Uncle Darren was bad this year. And so your Nana wanted to try to make him feel better by leaving gifts in his stocking. But at the age of 5, I knew that was a lie. And I knew that Santa was not real. So then for me, over the next few years, it was kind of balancing that question. Do you admit that you know the truth about Santa Claus? Or do you hide it so you can continue to get gifts? And I chose to hide it until I think I finally came clean when I was like 7 or 8 years old. But that's my story on Santa Claus. And Hattie, Thomas, I'm kind of curious, do you have any similar type experiences with Santa Claus, or when did you know? Or am I spoiling it for you right now?
You just spoiled it for me, because I always thought Santa Claus just left the big bag of gifts at the front door, because that's how he gets from every place to every place, or just drops them down the chimney, and your parents are responsible for putting them out there.
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
Right.
that's interesting. For me, I had a wild imagination, but no one ever told me anything other than the fact that, you have to go to sleep at night in order for you to get anything. So that's always what I focused on. And what I saw on television and all the other things, my imagination was a little bit different. I didn't care who brought them.
I love that.
As long as I got something.
I love that. Yeah.
I think really what tipped me off was when you started to see multiple Santa Clauses within the same line of sight, which, and interesting, we talk about customer service on this podcast, and Disney, they don't allow the princesses to be on the same, you cannot run into 2 of the princesses at the same time, the same princess, where you can see each other to keep that magic going. And I think that's, looking back on it, I think that's what finally tipped me off was, at the mall somewhere where you saw one Santa Claus go back and another Santa Claus come up to sit on his lap. So yeah, I come from your school of thought, Hattie, is, hey, I was getting presents, I'm happy.
Yeah, and it's all good. But did y'all all do the thing where you went to the mall and you sat on his lap to tell him exactly what you wanted?
No. I did not want to do that. I never did. My parents, even I remember in high school, my parents, specifically my mom, she wanted us to all get together for a family photo with Santa Claus at the Woodlands Mall. And I was like completely against it. I don't know. I just never, I didn't like the idea.
Well, that's a holiday spirit.
I don't really remember. I know we went sometimes and we didn't go others. Like when we visited my grandmother, we'd go to the mall. But I remember in like high school and college when we had cars, it was like the gag photo. Like all of us would get together, wear an ugly sweater or just some smelly t-shirt and go stand around Santa Claus, and have like a group photo of the guys.
I do love the pictures that you always see around the holiday time of like the little kids that are 1 or 2 years old, absolutely bawling when they're in Santa's lap. There was actually a company, I want to say it was in New York, but I'm not sure. But they had like a high-end studio they built out that was specifically capturing, crying kids and their reactions. And they had these, supreme cameras they were capturing all this content with. And I think it books out like months in advance. But I don't know. I enjoyed the holiday season. I'm glad that it's a little bit cooler here in Houston. So any big plans for you guys? I mean, how are you celebrating this year?
It's going to be quiet here. It's different because we can't do the big family gathering, the sleepover, pajama party, that kind of thing. But I think we'll all be fine. So it's just going to be pretty quiet.
Yeah, we're going to eat a lot of food, cook, an 18 or 20 pound turkey for 5 people. Again, we're going to be doing it at home for the most part. We are going to go visit some family who've been in their little bubble for way too long after Christmas. Just try to get cousins around cousins, for lack of a better statement.
Yeah, I definitely look forward to doing that more in 2021. I think I'm in the same boat, kind of keeping it low key, but cannot wait to get that vaccine in 2021. And hopefully we can have like a return to normalcy, if you will, for the 2021 holiday season.
You're listening to the Business Communicators.